Alright, so another day, another story. Today I have an individual with over 15 years of coaching experience in the fraternity. He's none other than Bilal Yusuf. Hi coach, how's things going?
All good.
So if you talk about your coaching career, how's it been so far in 15 years?
It's been good. I mean, there's been the ups and downs like any coach would face in his career, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
What got you into coaching in the first place?
Well, that happened by accident. Like, soon as I finished playing for Royal in 2002, a couple of the committee members just asked me whether I'd like to help out with the junior rugby at Royal. So then I just got into it, enjoyed it, did that for about 6-7 years, and then progressed to senior rugby at Royal College in 2009 and continuing to do it.
So talking about you leaving school in 2002, how was it being a player and then transitioning into becoming a coach?
Oh, it's very different really, because with coaching it's about how to motivate 30 players, how to try to get the best out of them. When you're a player, probably if you're a captain it's a little different, but when you're a player you're just focusing on how to get better as a player and your contribution to the team. But coaching, you've got to make sure all 30 players are working towards one goal.
So you could say coaching is also player management as well?
Oh yeah, I think it's all player management. I think the better coaches are the ones who have the ability to manage their players best compared to technical skills.
Yeah, so talking about the bench, how does it feel staying from the bench watching a game as a coach, the pressure?
Yeah, probably that's the worst part of coaching really, because once you've done the hard work training the boys over the week, technically your hands are tied. There's really not much you can do once they get onto the field, but that's where you've got to give leadership to the players and for them to take ownership and take responsibility for their performance on game day.
So talking about your coaching career, is there any match that is unforgettable for you?
Well, there are quite a few that actually stick in mind. I mean, there are probably 3 performances I could probably mention as a game. 2009, when I was coaching the Sri Lanka youth team, when we beat South Korea for the first time, that was a very memorable performance. That was the first time Sri Lanka beat South Korea in its rugby history, so that was a very, very special moment. 2015, when I was coaching St. Joseph's, where we defeated St. Peter's after a lapse of 15 years, that was a very, very special game as well. And also probably not in my first 15 career, but when I was coaching the Royal under 18s, we came back from 15-0 losing the first leg against Trinity in 2007. Where we defeated them in the second leg 18-0, and we won the Simitiarachi trophy after a lapse of 7 years. So those 3 performances stand out.
So what would you consider as your biggest milestone as a coach?
I would say probably I take a lot of heart with my performance against as a coach in St. Joseph's 2015, because again it's a very similar challenge I'm faced with this season. It was a season of trying to change culture. St. Joseph's had not beaten St. Peter's for 15 years. They had not beaten Royal for 16 years. So we managed to do that as well. We drew with Royal after 16 years, which was a huge achievement as well. And for the first time in St. Joseph's rugby history, they finished in the top 5 in the league. So I would say as a whole, the 2015 season would be quite memorable, even though there was probably more where some of the other teams I've coached have ended up high in the league.
Talking about your schools that you've coached, how different is it from coaching Joe's to then St. Thomas's, Royal and now Science College? How has the difference of schools been?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably that's one of the best things I did for me personally is after about coaching 7-8 years at Royal, after leaving school, stepping out and testing my coaching skills in other environments such as St. Joseph's, CRNFC and now Science College has all helped me become a better coach, because sometimes it's not all about results, because if you look at the schools like Royal and all, fantastic infrastructures, great junior coaching structures, so sometimes it's a little easier to coach there, but you're challenged more coaching in more trying environments. While for example, if you look at a school like Science College, they got some really, really outstanding talent, but how you harness the talent is the challenge, because there's a bit of a gap in the junior structure, and also they've lost out some of their good players to other schools. So how you keep players happy and do not let other schools utilize those talents after they've been groomed at a young age is also a challenge. And I'm quite happy to say this season so far we have not lost any of our good players to the other schools.
That's good to hear. But and talking about this season, what do you think about the team this year, the team you're coaching?
I mean, I think the team has a tremendous potential to do really well. This next 6 weeks is crucial. We've got a couple of practice games coming up there, and if the boys, I think, can really put the commitment and effort there, I think we are really in for a good season. But we are not looking too far down the line. We're just focusing on our first game against Isipatana. If we can find a way to have a really good result there, I think the rest of the season will take care of itself.
Alright, coach, I'm wishing you great luck for this year and also in your coaching career. So that's it from my end here. Stay logged to thepapare.com for more videos like this.
තවත් ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සහ ක්‍රීඩා වැඩසටහන් නරඹන්න thePapare.com YouTube channel එක subscribe කර bell icon එක click කරන්න.